Actually, quite a bit of time there.
Yes,
that's
okay.
that's.
I'm actually finding it quite hard to hear you because the piano is such a big sound.
Okay.
The next song was written by one of the greatest of all romantic composers, Robert Schumann. Frühlingsnacht is very short, but in it the composer tries to capture the heady essence of a spring night. The soprano is Evelyn Tubb, and here David Rowland plays a grand piano of the type owned by the composer. The sound world of the Romantic period is more openly sensuous, expansive and dramatic. The performers seek to capture the nuances of expression. One of the keys is to understand the relationship between the piano part and the singer's part.
Special.
And am I obliterating you at that point because it's such a big piano part?
I don't feel obliterated there. The balance, I think, on the whole is good. I think at the beginning we've got to watch it a bit. And in a way we can build that into the drama of the piece. If we could start a bit more and then treat it like an incredible crescendo up to that point, we might get a slightly more closer to the inich, the feeling of it. You know? Do you want to? Should we try that? I don't know how.
No, it will play very, very quiet.
But
because it's a big piano part, and it's quite hard to keep it down. But you want to try from the start?
Let's try from the start, and then see if we can get this idea of a very, very sort of held in. It's as if she's going to burst. He's going to burst.
Yeah. Okay.
And so he does burst finally.
It can be really quiet at the beginning.
Yeah, I think. Well, let's try it. I know.
I think the background is very important because knowing a bit about the context of the music you're singing can really feed the song. And style is interesting. If I was perhaps wearing this jacket and hot pants underneath, it would not mix at all, would it?
That's great for me because it means I can put more breath into the sound and make it more überm Garten, as if I was speaking it.
I can keep bringing it back. It's just when the sound is building.
Of course. Let's try that again. I like that.
Okay.
I mean, I hope Schumann would like it, but it feels right.
It's what he's written into the music.
Well, that's right. Maybe our instinct's finally overtaking. Interesting to think that this is the piano sort of that he would have used. So he had this.
Schumann had one very much like this.
Yes, so he would have been working with that intention, really.
Yes, I think he was really revelling in the sound of the instrument too, because the piano part is completely independent of your
Absolutely.
part.
I mean, you could actually just play a beginning of that without me completely.
Yes,
and it would make
it does very nicely on its
own.
own. Romanticism somehow has a sort of heart-on-sleeve feel about it, I think. It's overtly expressive. That's one thing. I think I would also say that romantics were trying to go for big effects very often. Very often that meant quite loud effects. The romantic orchestra, for example, is often very large compared with the classical orchestra. And then there's also that sort of very homely quality of Romanticism too. They often go in for very short pieces, like the Schumann song, actually. It's a very short song, and it tries to encapsulate in that small time something very important, something very expressive.
The range of expressive sounds of the piano was exploited by the Romantics. Indeed, by the middle of the Romantic period, the piano was one of the most written-for instruments. New designs and manufacturing techniques led to tens of thousands of them being produced. The majority found their way not into great concert halls, but into the parlours of middle-class homes. It was particularly fashionable for young women to learn to play and sing. The songs that served this large new market had to have immediate appeal, but also had to be easily performed by amateurs. By the 1870s, women, who were initially the consumers of this type of music, were among the most brilliantly successful composers of it.